Hello, all. It's Heed here, in a bathrobe, no less, and clothes, but a robe. uh, I thought I would make a video. I'm having a real tough time. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, my eyes. No, the light is so shit. I just saw myself in the mirror, and I saw that where your eyeshadow would be. It was all red because I was crying so much. I took my son to, okay, let me start at the beginning. So, sorry about the background moving incessantly. I know that's probably really irritating. I was thinking, could this be the most annoying video I've ever made? Probably, right? Um, so let me get back to my story. So, okay, this day got kind of messed up. It's a Tuesday, so it's just supposed to be a normal work day, you know? That's what the routine, as the prophecy foretold. So, that's how I like to say it. That's a good quote. As the prophecy foretold. Yes, today was obviously supposed to be just a normal workday, but I didn't really know what was going on. Like, my boss had been talking to me about coming down. Because she doesn't work at the same location that I do, but she comes there sometimes. So, she had been talking about coming, and I didn't know whether her husband was going to come with her or not. And he is a person who makes me very nervous, so I don't be around him anymore. And I have been quite clear. Like every time when she would come down, or if she would talk about coming over to our house or anything, I would always ask if he was going to be with her. So, like, I have made it pretty clear that, like, I'm not okay with being around him. He yells. And I just can't handle it. I'm too delicate. Like, my mental state is not nearly up to being able to deal with someone who's just like acting so pissed off and scary. Like, I'm scared. I'm literally scared. I'm scared a lot of the time, just normally. But this person specifically is very scary to me. Like, he does the wielding of power over the household like my dad did, you know? It's a little too familiar for my taste. Like, I think I'm sensitive to it. When someone is trying to get you under their thumb, I can feel it. And I'm not okay with it. Get the fuck off me. Not that he ever would do anything to me. Never touched me. My dad never touched me either. So fucking what? Like, he definitely did enough damage. So anyway, back to my story. Yes. I just was filling in the gap with the like why it was already starting out as a weird discombobulating day, because I knew, like, my boss had been talking about bringing me some bookshelves. She's also my mother-in-law, so she had been talking to me, so I knew she was coming with this stuff. Then she had been also talking to my husband, her son, back and forth, and so he knew the detail that the husband was going to be with her, his stepdad, it is. So, which made me realize, like, oh, I don't know whether I'm supposed to go to work or not. I did realize that yesterday, but I didn't send out any communication to, like, try to figure it out. So, like, when I went to bed last night, I was already aware that I didn't know what was going to be going on for this day, you know, which is a bit of a scary feeling for me, like, because it's a Tuesday. I normally do know what's going to happen on a Tuesday. It's just a normal day where you go to work, and then you eat lunch, and then you go to work, and then you come home. That's it, right? So today I woke up, got up, get my pills ready, get my tea going. But I don't know what's going to happen. Like, I woke up in time for my alarm that I normally wake up. Even though it's summer, I still wake up with an alarm. I don't have to be at work at a specific time, but I just like to, you know, get some hours in. So you have to kind of wake up in the morning to make that happen. So I was up a bit, and then my son wanted to go over to his great grandmother's house because she's not there right now. So we come over and watch TV there. I didn't really want to take him there, because I just know that it's a kind of a boring place for me. Like, he likes to watch TV there, but there's no internet there. And so, like, I can watch, like, sometimes I'll make a point of making sure I have some podcasts downloaded and, like, bring my journal and whatever. Well, also, another side note here is that I ran out of weed. I ran out of weed actually on Sunday, but then my buddy gave me a little bit more to tide me over to Monday, like, because it was already closed. So it tided me over all day yesterday, and I never took care of the situation. The time kind of got away from me right near the closing time. Because I was really making such a late supper, again, because of being here at the great-grandmother's house, like my husband's grandmother it is. Because of being here, I was late making supper last night, so we were late going to bed, so then I didn't have time to go to get more weed, so now I'm just out of weed. Obviously, when you wake up in the morning, you can't just go buy weed. That's too early. And now I've taken my son over here. On the way over, I tried to make it, like, I was getting upset already. Because he just asks me to do something, and then if I say no, he'll just keep on asking. So I can keep on trying to say no, but eventually, like, it's like it just takes up all the willpower that I have, and it's all gone, and I just have to say yes. Like, well, I have the knowledge already going in that what's going to happen is I'm going to give up. What's going to happen is he's going to keep asking. So, like, it's like he has to do it actually less and less because it's kind of in my mind that he's doing it. Like, I already know he's going to do it, right? So, on the way over there, I stopped over. I was already pretty freaking out and stuff, but I wasn't crying yet. And then I decided to go to Tim's for coffee for myself, you know, to try and brighten myself up a tad. It's early, too. So I get in this long Tim's lineup. Of course, there's a long Tim's lineup. Oh, yeah, it is just a normal weekday, right? But anyway, then I get to the spot to order, say I want my coffee, and then they were gone, like, off the speaker. So we drove forward, and then my son starts freaking out that I'm not buying him anything. And I tried to say to him, like, about how he's going to the place where he wants to go, and I don't even want to go there, which is why I'm getting myself this thing. Like, I tried to talk to him, right? But also, he hasn't had breakfast. So he starts crying about that. So then I'm like, okay, no worries. I'll just pay for your thing. No worries. I'll just buy you a thing. Sure. So I did. Got him the muffin at the window, which to me, that makes me feel nervous because, like, I should have already ordered it. You know, like, the way you're supposed to do things is you order at the speaker and then you pick it up, right? So I had to, like, do the extra thing of being like, oh, sorry, can I add a donut on? And it was no issue or anything, but just the idea of, like, going outside the expectation in that type of a thing. Like, I like to just do it the way it always gets done. Like, can I just do a normal thing? I just want to do it the normal way, right? Like, fuck. Oh, God. Am I way more heavy masking than I thought? In a way, I feel like I'm so shit at it. Anyway, so yeah, I got it for him, and I was crying like crazy already. I started crying during the time when I was waiting in the drive-thru lineup. But I was just freaking out so bad. I mean, it doesn't help that there's this uncertainty about the day. So then when we got to the great-grandmother's house, I texted my coworker who lives at work. He's my brother-in-law. The property is owned by my mother-in-law and, I guess, father-in-law, the stepdad. So anyway, I texted him and just said, so what's going on right now is that I don't know whether I'm supposed to come to work or not. That's just what I said. And then he said, oh, we're just going to be working on my car. We won't be upstairs. As if that's supposed to make me want to come. Like, the way he responded seemed like, I guess maybe I'm trying to read the subtext, right? Or read between the lines. Like, he didn't exactly say, you should still come, right? Like, it's fine, we'll just be downstairs. He didn't say it like that. But he said, like, he was assuring me that I could be upstairs without encountering him, right? The stepdad. But that's not good enough for me. I need to be so far away from him that I don't see him, because even seeing him is enough to be upsetting to me. I don't want to see him. And I definitely don't want to be so close that I can hear the yelling and cursing. No. No. And also, I have kids. Like, yeah. That's part of my problem with them, too. Because it's like, the way you act, the way you control people is not cool. I don't think it's cool. I think this is kind of like a central tenet of like what I think, which is like you shouldn't be trying to control what other people do. Just let them do whatever they're gonna do. Why do you even care what they do? Like, what the fuck? Just let people do. You don't have to control anyone. Trying to control someone is bad. Why are you doing that? But then I'm in this tough situation now. Like, that is a really strong thought in my head. I do believe that. Like, trying to control people is bad. Let people have their free will, right? But now I'm a parent. And it seems like controlling your children is kind of what you're supposed to be doing. Like, you have to, like, be in control of things. You have to manage the environment, like, buy the food, make the meals, buy the supplies, make sure there's enough blankets and whatever, you know, like. Oh my God. I don't know. Like, is this burnout? I should probably just go try and read more about burnout. When I've learned about burnout, I was always kind of like, it was one of those things that triggered the imposter syndrome, I guess. Imposture? Am I saying that right? For me, because I was like, well, am I really even autistic? How can I say that I have autistic burnout if I'm not even having that assuredness that I'm actually autistic? The other day, though, related to that, I actually yelled at my husband, I'm fucking autistic. Because he was... Oh, yes, let me tell this story. I don't think I've told this. Okay, so I had this therapy session. And before it happened, it was like a week before, roughly. At first I had a session that was a week apart, and then I was going to 2 weeks apart. But in between the 2 weeks apart, she had contacted me with email and said, can we change it to a different date? So she moved it to an earlier day. She moved it from the Wednesday to the Monday. So that I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. Like, I didn't, you know, it doesn't affect me if it's not tomorrow. If it's tomorrow and you're saying, I want to move it to tomorrow, then I might be like, what? You know, freaked out about it. But with the ADHD, I think I'm kind of protected from... Unless you're putting it on a day where there's already something else going on that I'm really worried about the other thing, like, I don't really care. But if you put it on tomorrow, then it might make me freaked out because it's like, it's so soon, right? I don't have the feeling of it being so soon until it's almost right on top of me. So anyway, back to my point, my story. Yeah, so she changed the appointment to earlier. Then it was the day of the appointment. And I was... So what I do when I have an appointment is, it's a Zoom appointment, so I don't really have to be somewhere in particular. I just need there to be internet. So I went home for the appointment. And when I got there, I saw that there was a message saying that she was home with her sick kid. And she just wanted to see if she could get them into bed. And she wanted to just push the appointment half an hour more. And so, like... I definitely felt different about this change than the other one. Like, this change was right on top of me, right? I had been worried that I wouldn't have enough time because I wanted to look at my journal entries that I wrote between therapy to have an idea of, like, what I was going to talk about with her. So, in a way, I was, like, relieved that I was going to have more time to review. But as soon as she changed it, I was like, oh, no. Like, I knew it was bad. because it meant that I would have too much time to review, right? Like I had time to read all the things and more. I had way too much time. So then I didn't want to go back inside because I was in the garage. I didn't want to go back inside because I didn't want to like explain that now I was waiting half an hour and then have to go back out, you know. So I just thought maybe it's just simpler and easier if I just stay out in the garage and don't say anything, like just wait till my appointment starts. So I did. I read my journal and all that, wait till my appointment starts. Then it comes 1:30. That was the time she had changed it to, right? And then 5 minutes, I think it took her to actually show up. And like I get it. Like I am a very understanding person. Like I'll be the guy. I'll be the one saying, "Oh yeah, don't worry about it. It's all right." Like if someone's late, you know. But yeah, no, it fucking affects me. Like I don't understand. How am I supposed to be able to say like, "Yeah, it bothers me. You're late? It bothers me. You changed the time to half an hour later? Yeah, it fucking bothers me." All of that bothered me. But I just don't think it's okay that it bothered me, I guess. Like, doesn't seem like something a nice person would say, right? Like, would they say, "No, you can't be late, you'll be on time." Right? I feel like that's maybe just how I should react. Just like totally, like a super insanely uptight person, right? Just say, "No, you'll be on time." That way, because I feel like it would be more honest, right? Like, I can say the thing that you're supposed to say. "Oh, it's fine." But it really is not fine. That's a lie. Right? Like, I feel so uptight about it. Just like how I feel with the uncertainty of not knowing whether I'm supposed to go to work when it's on the day. Like, it's now, and I don't know what's happening. Even sometimes at work, too, because we have such a loose work arrangement, like it's, we make our own hours and stuff. Sometimes when I'm at work, my coworker will stop working while I keep going. And sometimes he might even decide to just not come back to work, so he just doesn't even come back, but he lives there, right? So he's like just chilling, but without having said anything to me that he's not coming back. So it kind of leaves me in this weird, like, up in the air thing in my mind of like, is he gonna come back? Is he not coming back? And it just feels uncomfortable. Because well, for one thing, like, I could take up the whole table, for instance, the work table. I could take up the whole table confidently if I knew he wasn't coming back. Like, when he goes on lunch, sometimes I don't go on lunch, so I'll just use the whole table then because he's gone. Because he usually is using most of the table. I don't really need to. Like, I'm sewing on the machines and stuff. Yeah, I guess maybe that's enough. Yeah, my therapist is not someone who really knows about autism. And I don't know. Yeah, I need autistic friends. I need someone to talk to about this stuff because I try to talk to people about it and they're not the people to talk to about it because they don't get it. It just makes me seem terrible. Like, it just makes me seem so sucky. Like, I'm so particular. Like, oh, it has to happen at exactly the time. And it's like, yes, of course it would happen at exactly the time. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? That's what time it's supposed to happen at. Of course it will. Right? Like, what? My God. I even had, sorry to just keep going on and on, but I even had at the doctor's office, I went to a doctor's appointment. As I was walking into the doctor's appointment, this is for a child, one of my children, right? I walk in, my phone is ringing. I'm 2 minutes late. 2 minutes late. And my phone is ringing to ask where I am. Like, just fuck off. Fuck off. I couldn't believe someone would be phoning you to ask where you are when you're 2 minutes late. I don't know. Maybe the appointment is only 10 minutes, so I mean, you don't want to wait 5 minutes and then call, I guess, if that's how short the appointment is. Oh, God. Oh, God. Whatever will I do? Whatever will I do? I am on. I take 3 pills, 37.5 milligrams of Effexor. Does that even do anything? I don't know. It definitely does something if you don't take it. If you don't take it, you will be crying that day. Definitely you can notice if you don't take it. And then I also take ADHD meds. But today, since I didn't know what was going on and I left in the morning, I just didn't even take any of my meds. So, yay! I have been doing better on med compliance, though. I've been trying to do better. Sometimes I was having a hard time making sure to actually take my pills. But I've been doing better. Not mentally, but pill taking wise. How I'm doing mentally is very, very precarious. I'm very concerned. I can tell that I'm in a dangerous position. Like, it feels like I'm mentally right on the side of a cliff. There's kind of a sense of like that the cliff is there. Things are very worrying, and there's no like light at the end of the tunnel, it feels like. Like, I don't know what I should aim for, or like, where am I hoping to get? I don't know. I don't know what to look forward to. Things seem so dark, and there's no one to talk to. I mean, maybe there is, and I'm just not even trying. Is that a sign of burnout, that you stop trying to communicate with people, or like it becomes so hard to communicate with people and then you just are basically not doing it? Like, I started doing like one word answers and sometimes just completely not answering people. I started having like a buildup of text sometimes, and I don't answer calls. Things are really not good between me and my husband. I'm still trying to talk to him all the time, but it's not the same as how it used to be, I think. Like, it used to be more of a conversation of like thinking that he was going to say something back. It seems more like it's not a two-way conversation anymore. It's just that I'm like trying to talk to a person that's an adult, and then he kind of just is there. It's not good. So, he doesn't really ever try to talk to me, but I think that's how he always was. He never really does talk. Like, I don't think he needs that, you know? I definitely do. I can recognize that. I definitely need to use words to process my thoughts. I have to. It has to happen in some way, or no processing is happening. Like, my understanding will not grow if I don't talk or write. When I don't do those things, I'm just an automaton. Like, and my life doesn't have any me in it. Like, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, that's it. Bye.